AITA for leaking fake baby names to family. So here's the deal. My husband and I are expecting our first baby, and we had no idea that announcing it to our families would turn into a complete circus. To give you a bit of background, we're really excited about becoming parents, but we're also firm believers in the idea that the names we choose for our child should be our asterisk choice. And apparently, that's a controversial stance in my family. It all started about a week after we made our big announcement. The excitement was palpable, the congratulations rolling in, but along with the good vibes came a lot of unsolicited advice. Specifically, it was name suggestions. At first, we were polite about it, nodding along and thanking people for their ideas, but as the days passed, things started to get a little out of hand. I'm talking asterisk persistent asterisk. My SIL, my aunt and uncle, and even my two sisters all started chiming in. Some were more direct about it, others were more subtle, but all of them seemed to think they had a say in what we were going to name our child. The names were always along the lines of Elizabeth or Cassandra for a girl, and William or Patrick for a boy. Now, these are perfectly nice names, asterisk fine asterisk names, even, but they were not the names we were considering. It wasn't that we disliked those names, it was just that we weren't looking for suggestions, and we really didn't want to be boxed into their preferences. But when we politely told people we weren't taking name suggestions, they didn't get the hint. Instead, we were met with the same response over and over. Oh, those are good, solid names. You don't want to choose something weird or tragic like some people do these days. Excuse me. As if we were going to name our child something bizarre on purpose just to get attention. At this point, we were getting really frustrated. I understand that family is excited, but this felt overbearing. It also felt like our ability to make choices about our own child was being undermined. So, we told everyone, very directly, that we would be choosing the name ourselves, and that we'd appreciate it if they respected that. But that didn't stop them. Then came the kicker. My husband, who has an excellent sense of humor, came up with an idea. It was a bit unconventional, but let's just say it was an explosive way to put our foot down. He proposed that we start having some fun with the names. Instead of just saying no to the suggestion, we would leak a few fake names to see how they would react. And that's exactly what we did. First, we started with Facebook. We began casually commenting on random posts with things like, "We're leaning toward Cuntley for a boy," or "Cassandra Sprite is really growing on us." Names so ridiculous and outlandish that we were certain no one would actually believe them. We even took it a step further. My husband photoshopped a few baby clothes with these names on them, and I took pictures of random baby items around the house, all labeled with fake names like Dickie or Sprite. It was hilarious to us. It was playful, and it was totally absurd. But of course, we did it just to annoy the people who had been so persistent about naming our child for us. We figured they'd laugh it off once they realized it was all a joke, and we'd finally get the message across that we were the ones calling the shots here. But as it turns out, some of them were not amused. In fact, they were very not amused. It started with my aunt, who pulled me aside one evening at a family gathering. "Why would you waste money on baby clothes with a name on them if you're just going to change it in a week?" she asked, clearly concerned. "What if you end up getting things with those names on them and then have to throw them away? That's just ridiculous." And that's when it clicked for the rest of the family. They finally realized we were messing with them. And that's when all hell broke loose. The reactions were exactly what we'd expected, just more intense than we anticipated. Some family members were clearly upset, telling us it was childish and that we were just causing unnecessary drama. They claimed we were being immature by playing games with something as important as our child's name. But here's the thing. They were still trying to control the situation, acting like they had some say in what we chose. They were basically acting like it was their decision, and we just couldn't let that slide anymore. My husband, being the voice of reason and honestly kind of the master of sarcasm, pointed out, "Look, we're just having a little fun because you've been so insistent on nomming our baby for us. Maybe if you respected our boundaries from the start, we wouldn't have to go to these extremes." Some family members were so mad, but others, the more lighthearted ones, found it hilarious. My cousin laughed until she cried, and my brother-in-law even admitted that he was kind of impressed with how creative we were being. There was a certain relief in knowing we could laugh about it instead of feeling pressured by every relative with a name suggestion. In the end, though, I do get that some people felt hurt or put off by our approach. Maybe it was childish. Maybe it was a little petty. But when you've been repeatedly told what to do with something as personal as your child's name, sometimes it feels like the only option is to fight back in the most absurd way possible. So here's my question to you all. AITA for leaking fake baby names to my family. Were we wrong to have some fun at their expense? Or did we deserve to be taken more seriously when we made it clear we weren't taking suggestions?